I don't wanna hear it, 'cause I've heard enough. You sold one night for the price of our love. Hope she was worth it, 'cause you burned our love down. To hell with forgiveness, I'm so angry right now. Angry right now that I was a fool, and that I kissed the lips of a liar like you. Confused by these tears falling down to the ground. I hate that I miss you. I'm so angry right now. We had a future, we had a past, and you answered questions I never thought I would ask. What's done is done now. You're gonna find out just how much you hurt me. I'm so angry right now. Angry right now that I was a fool, and that I kissed the lips of a liar like you. Confused by these tears falling down to the ground. I hate that I miss you. I'm so angry right now. Angry right now that I was a fool, and that I kissed the lips of a liar like you. Confused by these tears falling down to the ground. I hate that I miss you. I'm so angry right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
My friends all tell me I've lost my mind, that I haven't been right since you left me behind. I've been losing track of days gone by, thinking about you night after night. Can't eat, can't sleep, can't concentrate. I'm barely hanging on. You might have been the one to leave, but I'm the one that's gone. Gone out of my mind. Gone, running out of time without you. I'm not myself. Gone, I'm going through hell. You might have been the one to leave, but I'm the one that's gone. Oh, everybody wonders where I am. They can see right through this shell of a man. No, it's not me. It's my heart taking over, tearing me apart. I can't forget, I can't believe how you did me wrong. You might have been the one to leave, but I'm the one that's gone. Oh, gone out of my mind. Gone. I'm running out of time without you. I'm not myself. Gone. Going straight through hell. You might have been the one to leave, but I'm the one that's gone. I can't live without your love. Can't you see it's killing me? Oh, I'll be gone out of my mind. Gone, running out of time without you. I'm not myself. Gone, I'm going through hell. Gone, oh, I'm
Making his radio debut tonight on KICR Indie Country Radio. His name is Donnie Sawyer. That is a great tune called Gone. And before that, the brand new single that dropped today from Miss Dusty Lee. It is called Angry Right Now. I'm not angry right now. I am happy, and it is Friday. Welcome to a new Music Friday edition of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. We are KICR Indie Country Radio. Add a .com to that. You can find us right now live on our website. Hit that Spreaker radio player, come into the chat room and say hello to everybody that is getting ready for 3 hours of the best in new country music tonight. We've got a couple of great radio interviews as well. We've got Laura Gagnon from Ontario, or Ottawa rather, Canada, going to be calling in here in a little bit. Then my good buddy that we met in 2016 at the Nashville Universe Awards, he sat at our table, watched us take home a couple of those. That was a great, great night. I'll never forget it. Dennis Ledbetter will be here with us tonight. You're going to love the music and the stories behind their songs. It's going to be a fun night. And boy, do we have a lot of good music to play. We'll get back to that in just a second. First, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to all of the radio stations that replay the show. Great ones like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com, that is from Belgium, devilscountryradio.com, that is Belgium, radiotheking.be, also Belgium. We've got WVMIradio.com, realradio.us. We are on downtheroadradio.com from Ireland, countrymusicexpress.co.uk, and you can find our live radio player on there 24/7. We appreciate that. We are also on Bourbon Trail Radio, the Chimp FM from Canada.com, that is, and countrythunder.com.au, that is from Australia. Brand new this week is WFPNradio.org. So a big thank you to Bruce and all the fine folks over there for replaying the show. They will replay it on Saturday, tomorrow. They're going to start replaying the show back to back, and that's going to be fantastic. 6 p.m. Eastern Time until midnight. You'll hear first Triple Play Thursday and then New Music Friday over there. Speaking of new music, let's get back to it. How about from Adair, Oklahoma? This is Cody Hibbard, Just for the Record, on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
Just for the record, the reason you ain't heard from me is I've been trying to find the right words, and it ain't been easy. Just for the record, I know it's long overdue, but I gotta get this off my chest the only way I know how to. Yeah, girl, this one's for you. Some songs are meant for the radio, some songs are meant for a party crowd, some songs you put on a back row mixtape, some songs you gotta crank up loud. But here's a few chords and the truth about how I ain't me without you, and how right now I'm wishing we were back together. This one's just for the record. Just for the record, I wouldn't take back for the radio. Some songs are meant for a party crowd. Some songs you put on a back road mixtape. Some songs you gotta crank up loud. But here's a few chords and the truth about how I ain't me without you, and how right now I'm wishing we were back together. This one's just for the record. Yeah, I'm gonna write it all down, baby, so I don't forget about your blue eyes and how it feels to live with my regrets. Some songs are meant for a midnight drive. Some songs are meant for a country crowd. Some songs you put on a back road mixtape. Some songs you gotta crank up loud. But here's a few chords and the truth about how I ain't me without you, and how right now I'm wishing we were back together. This one's just for the record. Yeah, yeah, just for the record.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
They say it's over when it's over, and you got nothing left to give. Time to start living for tomorrow, instead of living just to live. When he no longer makes you happy, can't keep that smile upon your face. He used to fill your world with wonder, now you wonder what to say. It's hard for you, it's even harder for me, when I look at myself and all we used to be. Can't hold on when I know we're falling apart. Hope you'll understand and I hope you'll see. No, you don't wanna hear, it's not you, it's me. It's time to stop, there's no good place to start. Find the words to break a heart. They say forever's never easy. Sometimes the story gets cut short. Feels like the hurt will never end, but I know we'll find something more. It's hard for you, it's even harder for me, when I look at myself and all we used to be. Can't hold on when I know we're falling apart. break a heart.
Her name is Molly Lovett. She is from St. Louis, Missouri, and that is called Break a Heart. Well, I didn't want to break a heart of a young lady that loves Molly Lovett. She's in my chat room getting ready to go see another artist by the name of Jenny Tolman that we also play on the program, Miss Kelsey Parker. We'll send that one out to Kelsey Parker, listening to us live from Maryland. Have a great time with Molly Lovett later on. I know you're going to meet her one of these days, but Jenny Tolman tonight. That is going to be fun. So have a blast. Have a great weekend as well. Thanks for always tuning in and being a fan of the show. This next artist, we got to be a fan of his today. We got to hang out with him and his mom and have lunch together in Springfield, Missouri. As you know, I broadcast from Branson, the live entertainment capital of the world. We got some great live entertainment getting ready to happen right now. I was super excited to get this new song today. It is an absolute smash hit on country radio. It's going to be everywhere because we're going to put it out to 13 stations right now. This is called A Little While from Danny Terrell on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio. New country's best on New Music Friday.
I've been thinking at night while the world's asleep, dealing with the waves of emotions that run deep. Butterflies keeping me awake, create a nervous smile I can't hide. The only thought that saves me is knowing you'll be here in a little while. My world will change. Your love cuts right through my convictions and my stains. Gives me the strength to get through my trials. Just know I'll be with you in a little while. This life's a vapor, but right now it's passing by so slow. A second is an eternity when love steals the soul. The unpaid road that lies ahead might be a wild ride, but I'm ready to take it. That's when I fall into your eyes. The path becomes clear. In a little while, my world will change. Your love cuts right through my convictions and my stains. Gives me the strength to get through my trials. Just know I'll be with you in a little while. You found the perfect dress and everyone loves the ring. Changed my future with yes. It's still so hard to believe. In a little while, my world will change. Your love cuts right through my convictions and my stains. It gives me the strength to get through my trials. Just know I'll be with you. Just know I'll be with you in a little while.
Nobody knows new country
Like we know new country.
Indie Country Radio, new country's best.
Standing at the outskirts, looking in, seeing my past. Like a visit from an old friend, making memories last. Your face smiling back at me, sweet sounds of laughter. Trying to forget you were swept by the wind. Grasping at strings to sail my boat with all the small things steering my life. If only I loosened my grip, I could have helped you stay afloat. Remember, remember you. Remember, I remember you. I remember you. Wish I could turn back the clock, but it won't stop ticking. I know you tried to live a full life in such a short time. You made decisions along the way, some I'm not proud of. A stranger staring back at me, your youth will never fade. Grasping at the strings to sail my boat with all the small things steering my life. If only I loosened my grip, I could have helped you stay afloat. Remember, remember you. Remember, I remember you. I remember you. There's a story in seasons past with love at the center. Love is sharing the morning kiss, a child waving goodbye. We're all searching for that one thing, saying I was here. I know it wasn't all for nothing, no, you left your mark. Remember, remember you. Remember, I remember you. Oh, I remember you. I remember you.
Making her radio debut tonight on KICR Indie Country Radio, her name is Shara Ali, and that is called Remember. That song gonna do quite well on the radio, and already been commented in the chat room, what a great voice she has, and I have to agree. We love that song, brand new from Shara Lee, called Remember. You can check out the video to this next song on our TV channel, ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.com. They are two sisters with two great harmonies. They are Presley and Taylor. This is called Everybody Sees It on today's country from KICR, Indie Country Radio. New country's best on New Music Friday.
You walk into the crowd, your eyes meet up with mine. We get to hanging out like it's any other night. Just shooting conversation like we always do. Whenever it's time we're wasted, you noticed it too. Girls don't come up to you, guys don't come up to me. Yeah, they could, but they just let us be. I guess on the outside looking in, people think we're more than friends, like we got something going on. We can't put a finger on it. Maybe we don't want it to be all we've ever wanted. Don't it make you wonder why when we smile at each other, the world thinks we're falling in love? How come everybody sees it? Everybody sees it but us. We tell our inside jokes, throw our heads back and laugh. We accidentally touch and pull our hands back fast. No, we don't even try to make it look come up to you, guys don't come up to me. Everybody sees it, everybody sees it but us. I guess on the outside looking in, people think we're more than friends, like we got something going on. We can't put a finger on it, maybe we don't want it to be all we've ever wanted. Don't it make you wonder why when we smile at each other the world thinks we're falling in love? How come everybody sees it, everybody sees it but us? Everybody sees it, everybody sees it but us. Everybody sees it, everybody sees it but us. New and exciting.
Broadcasted live from Spreaker.com and iHeartRadio.
I remember my favorite bike was a little tyke that she could fly. And that ragged old hat of mine when I was 9 was the Indians from 95. And those things never left my side. Oh, but today I couldn't find them if I tried. This old shirt is getting worn, the knees of these jeans are torn. This old back don't work the way it should. But of all these things that I wear in time, I search forever just to find something that always feels brand new. Though everything fades away, one day you'll see. You and I will never get old to me. At 12 I had my first kiss, that middle school bliss on the beach down in South Carolina. And in high school, where I met you, and at 17 I swore to make it mine. Well, I'll never forget that first slow dance, 'cause I still feel it every time I hold your hand. This old shirt is getting worn, the knees of these jeans are torn. This old back don't work the way it should. But of all these things that I wear in time, I search forever just to find something that always feels brand new. Though everything fades away, one day you'll see. You and I will never get old to me. Sitting there, front porch in your rocking chair, sipping sweet tea, smiling at me, looking back on the times we shared. You said something about getting old, and I swore I had, but in case I haven't told you, this old shirt is getting warm. This old shirt is getting warm. The knees of these jeans are torn. This old back don't work the way it should. But of all these things that I wear in time, I search forever just to find something that always feels brand new. And as I'm standing here today, I hope you'll see that, baby, you will never get old to me.
name is Dustin Kynes. He made his radio debut on the program last night on Triple Play Thursday. That was the first song that I heard from him, though, and it is fantastic. It is called Old to Me. Dustin Kynes, his last name is Kines. Go check him out. Fantastic artist. And yes, you're right in the chat room. We call this New Country's Best for a reason. We play the best in New Country. But we do some pretty good interviews, too, and we get to hear the stories behind the songs. And we've got a young lady on the phone right now by the name of Laura Gagnon that I'm excited to interview. And how are you tonight?
I'm doing really, really good. Just living my best life right now.
There you go. You were really, really excited too. We had a little time change thing we did tonight. We've already changed it here in the U.S., but you called me an hour early, so you were excited. That's awesome.
I did.
Hey,
I forgot about the time zone.
that is better than calling in an hour late too. I'll take that any day. So.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yep. We appreciate the time tonight, and Ottawa, Canada is where you're calling from.
So my phone number is from around Ottawa, but I actually live much more south. I live around London, Ontario right now.
Oh, okay.
I just changed my number.
Okay, just change.
So I still have a Quebec number.
Okay. Well, these smartphones, I got a new one here recently, and it shows up, even if I don't have the person in as a contact, it shows me who's calling and where they're from and all that. So that's pretty cool.
That's cool, yeah.
But, so Ontario, Canada, we're big up there. I'm on this format called Zeno FM, and the Canadians love the music up there. Montreal and Quebec and all of that area. I guess there's not too much country radio up in that area, so they sure love this program for sure.
Yeah, we don't hear much of that around here.
Yep. I tell it all the time on the radio. The two biggest places I get music from sent to me is Texas and Canada.
Cool.
Yeah. So I was glad when Robert hit me up about you and when I heard your song Dark Horse that we're going to debut for you tonight on the program. And he did a pretty cool banner for us. He put me and you in a banner and our station logo, and man, we look pretty good, didn't we?
Yeah, we looked really good. All animated and stuff, getting our best features in there.
That's
beautiful.
Right. I told him, I said, I'm pretty animated on the radio, but my face was animated in that deal too. So.
Right. The new fad right now, I think.
Yeah, right. I think so.
Yeah, everybody up there is doing it right now on Facebook.
Yep, we did that thing too. So yeah, I'm wearing my Kansas City Chiefs jacket on that deal. So.
Nice.
Yep.
Keep with the trend.
Absolutely. You were born in a place called Strathroy. I don't even know if I pronounced that right. Yeah, up there in Canada.
You're so close.
Yeah,
so close.
So.
Strathroy, Ontario.
Okay, Strathroy, Ontario.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I lived there until I think I was 14 years old. I lived there.
Okay. So this question: Where did your love of music come from, and country music?
So funny thing, my whole family, we're all musicians. My mom, my dad, and so I get it. I come by it honestly, and just grew up in it. My parents are both songwriters as well, so I got a lot of songwriting lessons from my mom and my dad. And they released some singles as well across Canada. So I was very lucky to have that sort of backbone with me there.
Yeah. And the voice that you have is God-given. I'm just going to say that right now because I'm looking at your bio on a little deal that I found. I had trouble finding your website, and you'll be able to tell us how to find you here in just a little bit. I'll ask you that question too. But it says you have a 5-octave vocal range, and you're considered a mezzo-soprano. So that is awesome. And I've heard your song, and I've heard you sing, and the other folks are going to hear it tonight. So, tell us a little bit about that voice.
Yeah, so I started singing opera. So I did classical for about 10 years with the Royal Conservatory of Music. I did 1 year in college for classical and then decided it wasn't the route that I wanted to go. So I decided when I was about 16 years old, I wanted to learn how to sing everything. Jazz, pop, rock, R&B, country.
Wow.
I even tried a bit of rapping. It didn't work out so well, but that's all right. You gotta try everything once.
That's right.
And I actually started in the indie underground rap scene, writing hooks for rap artists in London, Ontario. So that's kind of where, my roots came from, the rap scene. And then I started writing my own stuff when I turned 19 years old. So that's kind of cool.
That is awesome. We were having a discussion about rap music today with some folks that are in our chat room tonight. We went to lunch with them this afternoon, an artist and his mom that we met. And rap music came up with him, too. They kind of wanted him to kind of do that route when he was talking to a record label or a producer of his, I think it was. Yeah, a producer. And I told him this statement. Music is like candy. You throw the wrappers away. Isn't that terrible?
No. I find one of my most favorite things about rap artists is actually standing in the booth with them while they're rapping.
Yeah.
Because rapping is such a different art form than singing is.
Yeah.
Because of the rhythm and syncopation when they're rapping is just really, really cool and super smooth.
Yeah.
So I got to learn a lot of different kind of syncopations from rap artists and put it into my own singing. So that was really, really, really neat.
That's awesome. I'm just giving you a hard time. I don't hate all of it. There's a guy on the
I believe you.
On the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon over here. This guy named Tariq, that's on their band called The Roots. He's really good at it. Yeah, so he does in between, when they go to commercial and stuff, and then you can still hear some of it while they get ready to do their next segment. It's good stuff. He's really good.
Cool.
So,
I love The Roots.
I don't really have a favorite rapper or anything like that. I think Jay-Z and some of that, that's married to Beyonce. He must be pretty good. I mean, he makes tons of money, so.
Absolutely. Lucky guy.
Yeah, right
Lucky
on.
guy to be married to Beyonce.
Right. That too. There's that. Put a ring on it.
That's right.
You know what she says. If you like it, put a ring on it.
That's right. You want me, you put a ring on it.
That's it.
And he did.
Now, I was telling you earlier off the air, I'm in Branson, Missouri, right in the middle of the United States, and we call it here the live entertainment capital of the world because we have more theater seats in Branson than they have in Broadway in New York City. Did you realize that?
Wow.
Isn't that something?
Wow.
Yep, 58,000 theater seats in this little town of 10,000.
Wow.
So there's
Congratulations.
there's a lot of live shows here and a lot of great entertainment, but they love their country music. Back in the day, Roy Clark had a theater here, Glenn Campbell. Mickey Gilley just passed away a week ago. We lost him, but his theater is still here, and somebody's going to put some country music shows on still in that theater. So, and country music is big here. Now, Canada, I was telling you, is the second number one place that I get country music, and so let me ask you this. In the Canadian country world, maybe some of your favorite artists up there, and I probably know some of the names.
So here's the funny thing. Rob sent my song out to the country stations.
Uh-huh.
I'm not really a country artist.
Oh, okay. Well, hey,
So I'm loving it, and this is all so new to me, and I'm really looking forward to discovering more country artists and venues, and talking to all you guys. And this is like really cool, super exciting for me because I've actually never thought to kind of venture into the country scene until Rob kind of pushed my song into it.
I got you.
So that was it. Yeah.
You're breaking new ground then.
I am.
That is awesome. I love that. Well, we got to start somewhere, and a lot of times I get you first as a radio interview, even if you're, just getting started. I've had girls as young as 11 years old that are starting out from Miss Brooklyn Summer from Los Angeles, California. I've interviewed her just recently, and she's 11 years old and wanting to do country. So, and that's an interesting thing to me because of all the genres out there and all the different things that you've performed, rap and opera and all of that. And now, maybe going to be a big hit in the world of country music. Then that's going to be great.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I love it. So that's awesome. Jade Eagleson is a Canadian artist that we play on the radio. Arlene Quinn, I love her. One Ugly Cowboy from Toronto. I was the first DJ to ever play any of their stuff on the radio. We're going to be doing our 6th radio interview coming up this summer. And so there's a lot of great. Travis Pickering's another one that I'm really liking, and just a bunch of great Canadian artists. So you're in good company, that's for sure.
Good.
Yeah.
I look forward to meeting all these someday.
There you
I'm
go.
sure we'll cross paths. Absolutely.
Well, absolutely, we sure will. And you've been probably performing up until the point where, the last couple of years it's been pretty rough with that COVID thing that came around. And Canada was one of the later ones to just open up, isn't it?
So yeah, I mean, we're open. Still can't go anywhere.
Yeah, is that right?
We're open here. Yeah, we're open doing our thing around here. Yeah, it's been pretty tough with the COVID the last 2 years. I mean, I kept myself busy. I built myself my own studio, so I could still kind of teach. I teach music as well out of my studio, and then I also record out of my studio, and so it's been good that way. So I've still been able to produce music and write and send off to my producers out in Toronto and get some songs finished and release singles still. So I was still pumping them out while the whole craziness has been going on.
Yeah, it's been rough, but we're slowly but surely going to get there and back to performances. And it was that way in Branson in 2020. It was a ghost town. We had we set a record in 2019. 8.5 million people came through this little town of 10,000 too.
Wow.
So yeah, it's crazy. And second to Las Vegas here in tourism in the United States is Branson, Missouri. But yeah, it was a ghost town a couple of years ago. Well, let me ask you this. You said teaching music. You do that. Tell us what kind of teaching is involved in that. Is it vocal, like your 5-octave vocal range? Do you help somebody as a vocal coach, or lyrically, or write music, or what are you teaching when you say teach music?
So I teach piano lessons. I teach vocal lessons. I teach writing classes, performance classes. I teach a little bit of beginner production with some of my littles that come here, like 12 or 13 years old, when they're first trying to start and write and record their singles. So it's kind of like a one-stop shop for singers who are just starting out, no matter the age, whether they're 6 years old or they're like 32 years old.
Yeah.
And I also give them, like real world experience as well. So I do a pile of shows. Pardon?
You just answered my next question. I was going to say, what is your youngest client? For 6 years old? That's awesome.
Yeah, she just turned 7 in a couple of weeks.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. She belongs in the mini pops, I swear.
Man.
These kids are so talented. I feel like some of the older guys who have recently passed away have kind of birthed with these young guys. Because they're just like, I don't understand just the talent they have. Like, where the heck did it all come from? It's just amazing at what they can do. And the runs some of these kids have, I'm like, well, I can't do that. How the heck did you do that? That's cool.
Yeah. I agree. And we play a lot of artists that are on these talent competition shows. And I don't know what you have in Canada. Maybe you can fill us in on some of that. But over here in the United States, we have like America's Got Talent, American Idol. They're down to their top 5 right now. Going to pick a winner here pretty soon, probably this next Sunday. And we have The Voice, NBC's The Voice. We play a lot of Blake's team, Blake Shelton. He's a big country artist down here. And he's a coach on The Voice. And even though they don't win The Voice or they don't get, maybe even to the finals, that doesn't stop these folks from making great original music. And there's just so much talent out there, even that these talent competition shows don't know about yet. So I agree with you on that. It's just, there's a bunch out there.
Totally. I think they just brought in Canada's Got Talent.
Canada? Okay.
Here. Yeah, Canada's Got Talent. And then they had they call it La Voix. And now it's out in Montreal or Quebec. Yeah, so I think they had La Voix.
Wow.
But that was about it. They tried the Canadian Idol thing. I mean, that didn't last very long. So there's only a couple of them out here right now. It's mainly all out in the States. You guys have it going on.
Yeah. Well, certain things, that stand the test of time. I'll just tell you one example is my favorite game show has always been Wheel of Fortune. Pat Sajak and Vanna White are celebrating their 39th year of doing it together. But I used to watch it back when it was Chuck Woolery and Susan Stafford, so that shows you my age. But Wheel of Fortune's worldwide. There's all kinds of. They got it in London and all these other different countries, different people doing it and speaking different languages and playing that game. So. Yeah.
Which is so cool. I used to watch that all the time when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Vanna White.
I watch it right before
White.
this show and get the bonus round, and then I come in here and fire up this radio program. So
amazing.
I'm giving all my secrets away.
I've been watching Deal or No Deal recently.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
I've been soaked into that one because Montel is so Montel, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Montel.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's so funny. I love him.
Well, let me ask you this now, and it may be an artist that we know and maybe not that we don't. I don't know. But let me ask you, what would Laura Gagnon's dream gig be? Like any artist that you could maybe open for or perform a duet with on stage, maybe. Some names that we might know.
Oh, my gosh. So, of course you know these names. My, ultimate would be Alicia Keys. And then it'd be I would die and gone to heaven. Yeah. I think she's amazing. Ever since I was 16 years old, I wanted to be her.
Yeah.
And I actually did an Alicia Keys tribute show out in Ottawa 3 years ago. So she's one of them. And then another one I would love to would be Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
And then, and then Lady Gaga, 100%. I think she's amazing.
That is awesome as well. Yeah, I love Alicia Keys. In fact, she's been a coach on NBC's The Voice several times. And I love it.
I know.
I love it when she is on there. She is so talented, and she knows talent when she hears it. So. Yeah. That's good stuff. And you were telling us before we got on the air, telling me that you have been to the United States. You've been to Branson, and you used to play in a tribute band to Paul McCartney, and you played Linda McCartney in the band. Tell us about that.
So the band was called the McCartney Years, and I'm pretty sure we played at the Bronson Center. That's right? It's called the Bronson Center. Where you was?
Branson. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Branson. Yeah. We oh my goodness. I think my favorite show we ever played was Route 66 Casino.
Okay.
And it was huge. It was like sea of people. I think it was 3,600 seats, and every seat was full.
Wow.
It was really, really, really cool. And then we also went out to Vegas. So we stayed in Vegas. We played a week-long show in Vegas. And that was really, really awesome. We got picked up in a limo. And so that was really neat.
That's awesome.
And then there were the I guess, coolest spot we played was Mexico. And then I had a bellboy for that one.
Wow.
In the hotel. So that was interesting.
Yeah.
I've never had that before. I didn't quite know what to do.
when he especially when he holds his hand out, you don't know what to do. It's like, no, he's wanting a tip.
Oh, you want a high five? Cool.
Yeah, exactly, right? Hey, slide me some skin, brother. There you go.
That's right.
Oh, man. Yep. So, that sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, I've loved Paul McCartney and the Beatles for a long time, too. And again, showing my age. And I didn't see them live when they were first getting started. I was pretty young. But I know from history they were on the Ed Sullivan Show years ago, and that's how they got their break. But I'm old enough that I have seen Ed Sullivan on television, so.
I have not.
Yeah. Well, that's been a day or two ago. And
I heard it was a big thing or something.
Yeah, Elvis Presley made it big on there too as well. So, yep. He's somebody that we sure have missed for a long time. I remember where I was up in my bedroom when I heard that Elvis died. I was 15 years old. And I stood on the porch of Graceland as a child at 3 years old. My mom and dad took a trip to Memphis, Tennessee, and we went to Graceland. I don't remember it, but I have seen the pictures. And now to think about what it is, just it's a museum like no other. So, Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, that's amazing.
Well,
I haven't been to Graceland yet, but I'd sure like to go sometime.
Yep. In the opera world, let me ask you this, because here in Branson, my brother worked for this guy for a long time, and we're still good friends with him, and his wife and him are, still in Branson, but, they go back to Utah every once in a while to visit my brother and stuff, but his name's George Dyer, and he sings opera, and he had a great show here, and, he signed a 5-year contract at the Dutton Theater to play there. And I had never really been into opera, but when I heard him sing and hearing his story and all the places that he had been, boy, that's a genre that, a lot of people love and, spend big money to go to these operas. And I've never done it, but like Luciano and Pavarotti and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. So
there's just something about classical and opera.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like out of this world. And you sit in that audience, and then that big voice comes out, and it's just like super, super jaw dropping.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like this alien comes out of them or something. It's really cool.
You can hold your breath longer than I can hold on to $20. I'm telling you, it's just like
you need insane breath control for opera, 100%.
Yeah. they can definitely hold on to the notes, and you having that 5-octave vocal range, I'm sure that's true of you as well.
Yeah, a ton of training for sure.
I've asked this question of a lot of young artists, like when you're trying to want to be a singer, you're sitting there maybe in your bathroom with your hairbrush and singing into it. Is that something that you still to this day with your vocal range practice and work on all the time, and your breathing techniques and stuff like that?
All the time.
All the time.
I've also included meditation now into my vocal exercise. I did a lot of breath work within the meditation.
Wow.
Usually, and once in a while, I'll also practice with by the lake. So I'll sing to the water, and so something will translate through that, and more melodies will come through, and usually that inspires some sort of other song, which is kind of really cool. And then I'll have this urge to come back to the studio and start writing again. So it's really quite fascinating.
That is awesome. And I want to ask you that too. You mentioned writing. Now you're just with this song Dark Horse that we're getting ready to debut and play for everybody as a country song. What kind of songs now are you starting to write? Country songs? Have you been doing country, or have you been doing mostly other genres and now thinking about getting into writing country music?
So I do have a couple other songs that are country. So I'm kind of writing whatever comes to me. It comes out of my head and write it down, and then I'll produce it. So mainly it's been sort of pop R&B stuff. But it's funny because when I write anything, a lot of my friends, coworkers, or producers have said to me, these songs can all be country songs. So I've got country somewhere in my heart and my blood. It just wants to come out. So I'm going to continue on writing these tunes because they're going to be going on the country stations.
There you go.
So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with all these other ones as well.
Well, that's going to be interesting, and isn't it funny too, now within a genre like country, there's different genres within it. There's pop country, there's outlaw country, and all these different kind of genres. There's this red dirt country they have going on in Texas now, especially.
Red dirt country?
Oh yeah, it's called red dirt.
What's that?
I don't know. It's different, but it's good country music. I think the term red dirt comes from like out in West Texas. There's so much dust and dirt that blows around out there, and it's all red.
Oh, yeah.
It's all red. I worked out there for 3 months on a construction job, and you had to wear goggles because that dust will blind you at about a 40 or 50 mile an hour wind. There's nothing going to stop it. So.
No.
So they started a brand.
Put your umbrellas away.
That's right.
They'll fly away.
And I take them goggles off and look like a raccoon every night in front of my mirror at the hotel. So.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
right.
that was some red dirt, all right. But yeah, that's a form of country music now. So there's just so many different genres within country music. So you can be very versatile with it. In other words.
Amazing.
Yeah, And with a 5 vocal octave range, I think you can do that too. So you'll be quite good at it.
Well, amazing.
And
I'm going to write lots of them.
You'll be different because you'll be like somebody that they've never heard before, especially on country radio. That's going to be great. So we're looking forward to it. Well, man, it has been a great interview. Doesn't time fly when you're having fun?
What? That's it?
That's almost it.
I'm not done.
You're not done. I'm not done either. But I do have another interview in the next hour, so we're going to get some more music on the radio, but we're going to include your song Dark Horse here in just a second. But first, tell us, Laura, where can folks find you on social media if they want to check you out some more?
Yeah, so I'm on I have Instagram and I'm on Facebook, Laura Gagnon Music, Gagnon. You can find me also on YouTube. We are currently working on a website, so I'm not there yet.
Okay.
So you can find me on all those social media platforms as well. I'm on Spotify too, so you can find me all those places there.
That is awesome, man. You've been a lot of fun. I love the high energy. I'm the same way, and we have had a good time. We've laughed, and man, you got to come back again. So make another country song. Come back in a few months, and we'll have you back. I'd love to.
I'll send it to you right away.
You got it. Hey, Robert's got my email, and I'm sure he'll let you have it too. You got my phone number. That's one better even.
All right.
There you go. Have a great weekend, and stay cool up there in Canada now. And I don't say that very often. I told you I blame the Canadian cold fronts on you guys. So
I will try and stay cool because it's like really hot.
Yeah, we have had a heat wave already. It's going to be a hot summer, I think, this year. So. Yep, absolutely.
I agree.
Well, thank you for your time tonight. You're fantastic, and we're going to play Dark Horse now. This is Laura Gagnon, KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
How could you say we're fading away? 'Cause we're unstoppable. We'll find our way. When everyone gave up on us, babe, we still tried. I wanna break up, I wanna make up. Sometimes we get by. Don't wanna think that we ain't gonna make it. We still got to try. Let's drive to California.
starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Girl, you don't need another outlaw. Ain't looking for another Jesse James. Don't be fooled by my hat and boots. No, we ain't all the same. We don't all disappear into the sunset. Ain't all gunslanging, saloon door swinging drunks. We ain't all rough-cut ramblers out here gambling with love. From the looks of it, I can tell your heart's breaking. Dancing and stress, and you need saving. Girl, that's what cowboys are for. They ain't built for running, no, we're riding to the storm. Be your strength when you feel weak. Come in and sweep you off your feet. So take my hand, but let's get back up on that horse, 'cause that's what cowboys are for. I'd walk 1,000 miles across the desert, climb 100 mountains just so I love your biggest ass on the Arizona sky and hold you tight. Girl, that's what cowboys are for. They ain't built for running, no, we're riding to the storm. Be your strength when you feel weak. Come in and sweep you off your feet. So take my hand, but let's get back up on that horse, 'cause that's what cowboys are for. Dancing in stress, and you've been waiting for a hero to go saddle up and save you. Girl, that's what cowboys are for. Ain't built for running, we're riding to the store. Your strength when you feel weak, come and sweep you off your feet. So take my hand, let's get back up on that horse. That's what cowboys are for. That's what cowboys are for. That's what cowboys are for.
He is currently on tour with the one and the only Tim McGraw on his 2022 tour, Brandon Davis. That's what cowboys are for, and he's got a brand new album out that just dropped on Valentine's Day called Hearts Don't Rust. Brandon Davis, fantastic artist. Welcome to the second hour of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. We are KICR, Indie Country Radio. We just wrapped up a great radio interview with a very talented young lady, Laura Gagnon, and go check her out as well all over social media. Working on getting her a website. As soon as she does, go check that out as well. She is fantastic. 5-octave vocal range, ladies and gentlemen. And you just heard a great song called Dark Horse by Laura Gagnon as well. This next artist sent me a brand new single. We're going to debut it tonight on the program. He's a good buddy of mine by the name of Chase Stevens. This is called Gypsy Wind on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
Her name was Lisa, she said from west of here. Asked me if I'd like to buy a thirsty girl a beer. Grabbed a little table in the courtyard under the moon. When she ran her fingers through my hair, I could feel the gypsy wind blowing through my soul. I knew the direction we were moving in. August nights had never been this hot. Summer winds had never felt so good. do see that girl again, but I hear her voice every now and then, riding on the gypsy wind. She wore a little red dress, had jet black hair. The perfume that she had on stole the summer air. She sang to me in Spanish while she danced under the stars. And every word she sang moved through me like a love song through my heart, weaving a kind of magic that had me spellbound from the start. August nights had never been this hot. Summer winds had never felt so good. I would trade 100 sunny days for one more night with her if I could. I never do see that girl again, but I hear her voice every now and then, riding on the gypsy wind. I still think of her sometimes. I guess she's never really too far from my mind. August nights had never been this hot. Summer winds had never felt so good. I would trade 100 sunny days for one more night with her if I could. I never did see that girl again, but I hear her voice every now and then, riding on the gypsy wind. Ooh, riding on the wind, riding on the gypsy wind. Ooh, riding, 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 riding on the gypsy wind.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do.
Today's country.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
Bully won't stop till you stand up to him. You ain't gonna win if you plan on losing. Sometimes a curse can be a blessing, so wait your turn and learn your lessons. Don't hold a grudge, it'll make you bitter. Don't think that money's gonna make you richer. And happiness ain't about possessions that'll crash and burn, and learn your lessons. You can't win them all, you can't change your past. Don't take for granted what you got, don't always want what you don't have. Take some chances, have some faith, make the most of every day. 'Cause it could all be over in a second. Don't miss a day with your old man fishing. or a cup of coffee in your mama's kitchen. 'Cause life is short and time is precious. Sometimes it hurts to learn your lessons. You can't win them all, you can't change your past. Don't take for granted what you got. Don't always want what you don't have. Take some chances, have some faith. Make the most of every day. 'Cause it could all be over in a second. Don't break her heart if you know you love her. Don't let her leave 'cause you're too damn stubborn. 'Cause she'll move on and you'll regret it. Hold on to her and learn your lessons. Every choice has consequences. Take it from me and learn your lessons.
Making his radio debut tonight on KICR Indie Country Radio, his name is Tommy Carlos. That is Karlas. Tommy Carlos, and a great tune called Lessons. You can check out the video to Lessons by Tommy Carlos on our TV channel, ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. The best new country music videos around the clock, 24/7. Go check it out. .com, by the way, IndieCountryTelevision.com. I might have said .net. Used to be .net, it's .com. Thinking About Cheating is the brand new song from May Estes. She is from Hope, Arkansas, and she will be with us live this next Thursday on Triple Play Thursday for our second great radio interview. It's going to be a fantastic time. This talented young lady is awesome. Her brand new song right now on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
That TV, I've been waiting on the end of that game. Come sit at the table and I'll pour us a couple drinks. I got something that I gotta say. I'm just not sure how, but there's a few shades of gray we didn't cover when we said those vows. I've been thinking about cheating, though I don't have a reason to cross that line, and I just had to tell you, 'cause it's something I never thought I'd do. Ain't thinking about leaving. cheating. Though I don't have a reason to cross that line, I just had to tell you, 'cause it's something I never thought I'd do. Ain't thinking about leaving, but I've been thinking about cheating. I ain't thinking about leaving, but I've been thinking about cheating.
Hey y'all, it's May Estes, and you're listening to Tim Kelly on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Picture you and me in the middle of nowhere. Won't it feel so good to be wild and free? I just can't shake it. My hands are shaking. My heartbeat is racing. You got me going crazy. Let's get lost together forever and make history. Drop everything, let me take you on a country ride. So come on, baby. You can be my Bonnie Ride and Shotty, I'll be your Clyde. So hold on, baby. We'll run from town to town, line them up and shoot them down. Love it when you're smiling, singing whiskey, bent and hellbound. When you look my way, I think about the rest of my life. That's my kind of time. Steal my heart, still a kiss. Feel my love. Drunk on you, drunk on me. Love this buzz. I never seen this coming until I saw you going. I gotta get to know you. You gotta let me show you the happiest ever after it ever was. Drop everything, let me take you on a country ride. So come on, baby. You can be my Bonnie Ride and Shotty, I'll be your Clyde. So hold on, baby. We'll run from town to town, line them up and shoot them down. Love it when you're smiling, singing whiskey, bent and hellbound. When you look my way, I think about the rest of my life. Killing every minute with you, that's my kind of time. Drop everything, let me take you on a country ride. So come on, baby. You can be my Bonnie Ride and Shotty, I'll be your Clyde. So hold on, baby. We'll run from town to town, line them up and shoot them down. Love it when you're smiling, singing whiskey, bent and hellbound. When you look my way, I think about the rest of my life. Killing every minute with you, that's my kind of time.
That is the latest single out right now for Matt Tucker. It is called My Kind of Time. We just had a radio interview a couple of weeks ago. Fantastic artist, Mr. Matt Tucker. Go check him out, ladies and gentlemen. He is awesome. This next artist making his radio debut tonight on the program, his name is Aaron Lacombe. This is called Dream Along With Me on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
She closes her eyes, she
sees a house along the Guadalupe River, with 2 chairs in the grass out by the fire. And when I close my eyes, I'm sitting right there with her. Family gathered around at supper time, at a table long enough to feed an army. Sundays with the grandkids to ourselves. We ain't ever gonna give them back now, are we? Our dreams may be far-fetched, or farther down the road than we'd like them to be. But what good is a dream that's right in front of us to see? Says, honey, I know better than to think that anything in this whole world's a guarantee. I just need for you to dream along with me. Well, there's been days lately things we want grew farther in the distance. In fact, it seems like most of the last year that anything we tried met up with some resistance. Work is only getting harder. We might only have the strength to say goodnight. I'll be at that house along the river, by your side in my sleep till morning light. Our dreams may be far-fetched, or farther down the road than we'd like them to be. But what good is a dream that's right in front of us to see? Says, honey, I know better than to think that anything in this whole world's a guarantee. I just need for you to dream along with me. And every bump along the road, wherever we may go, we'll make the getting there the sweeter in the end. And if all our hopes and all our plans slip like water through our hands, we'll pick it up and put the whole thing back together again. Our dreams may be far-fetched, or farther down the road than we'd like them to be. But what good is a dream that's right in front of us to see? She says, honey, I know better than to think that anything in this whole world's a guarantee. I just need for you to dream along with me. I just need for you to dream along with me.
You're listening to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio.
As I heard more and more, I began to sing along. when you're a girl. There's nothing I want more in this whole world. And I'd sing swinging doors, and Mama tried. Daddy Frank can't fight inside, but it's hard to sound like Merle when you're a girl. And I'd sing swinging doors, and Mama tried. Daddy Frank can't fight inside, but it's hard to sound like Merle. Just so hard to sound like Merle. Oh, it's hard to sound like Merle when you're a girl.
That is the Shelley Jones Band from the country of Australia. We had a great radio interview with them last week. That song is called Merle, and I love the story behind it because she says in the song, it is hard to sound like Merle when you're a girl. That is the Shelley Jones Band right there. Well, I'll tell you what, we've got a gentleman on the phone with us right now that we met 6 years ago at the Nashville Universe Awards, hanging out at the Wild Horse Saloon. My good buddy, Mr. Dennis Ledbetter. How are you tonight?
I'm doing great, Tim. How are you doing?
Doing fantastic. Glad to have you on the program. I'm glad you hit me up, man. I've been looking forward to this one for ever since you hit me up, man. It's great to have you on tonight.
Well, I'm proud to be here. I know you got some great listeners, and you spread your show over a lot of formats. That really helps a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. We just picked up another one this week. They are going to replay the show back to back tomorrow, starting tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern time on a brand new station that we just picked up. And that's out of New Jersey, and it is WFPN.radio.org. So be sure to tune in over there and give them some love, and tell Bruce thanks for having us on. We're on 13 stations now and all over the world. So.
Yeah, that's some really good airplay.
Yep, absolutely. Well, I tell you what, your music's been getting a lot of recognition of late, too. We were talking off the air about some of the awards that you won, and, you know, you saw us pick up a couple in 2016 at the Nashville Universe Awards, and I love that particular night because they had Stormy Warren hosting the show, who's on Sirius XM The Highway, and I'd never met that gentleman before, but I had heard him on the radio, and now I hear him all the time, and I actually go find him and listen to him, and I didn't know this, but he was a great friend of Charlie Daniels. You know, Charlie Daniels kind of took him under his wing and got him his first apartment in Nashville and all that too. So,
sure, that's cool.
Yeah, he's a really neat dude, and you're a neat dude, man. And you make some of the best traditional country music I've ever heard. I love it.
Well, I appreciate that. I work hard at trying to put out good music.
Yes, sir, you do. And you've got a voice for the traditional country music, too. And I love that. And then the stories and your style. You know, your last album, I was looking on your website, and it's talking about opposite walls being a 40-minute therapy session of kind of a sermon set in a vintage honky-tonk. So you're preaching the honky-tonk country, man. That's what you do.
I'm doing it.
Yep.
I'm ready.
Or at times on the back porch of your lake house, which I think you told me you're at right now.
Well, that's where I was last night. Tonight I'm in Alabama.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, Alabama, hanging out on the beach this weekend.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Well, and I saw the picture of, and it might be your album cover. I think it is. Of you got a big deer head on the wall and a bass behind you, and you're sitting there in that big recliner, and you know that's country as it gets right there.
That's unapologetically country.
That is, and that's the title of your latest album. We're going to play that song first tonight for all the folks. But now tell us a little bit about yourself. You're a Louisiana native originally, right?
Yeah, I was originally born in North Louisiana in Shreveport, and we moved down to South Louisiana in 1969, and I finished high school there, and went on to college in Lafayette, and went to work for General Electric, and traveled all over the world. And then the whole time I'm traveling around the country, I'm singing and writing songs and trying to sit in with bands here and there, and just trying to keep the get into the music business at the same time.
Yeah, and that's awesome. And you told me this year, about how the music business is going, and it's been tough for everybody with the pandemic and all of that. But you have not really, I don't think, let that stop you. You got a brand new album out, and you're still going strong. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I don't tour as much as I would like to. I don't tour much at all, but I've got a lot of. I promote my music with promoters on radio, and it keeps me alive.
Yeah, and I see you all the time in some different indie country charts, and we're charting you tonight too on the Roots Radio Report. So we're a charting station over there as well. So you'll get on that one. And
I can check that out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's on our website and right there underneath the email address to send us music. So Miss Lula Bradbury's in our chat room tonight. That young lady wants to say hello to you as well.
Hello.
Yeah, she's my biggest fan. We've been listening together with this country music for about 8 years now, maybe a little longer.
Yeah, I follow her on Facebook. I see all of her stuff. She's a good promoter herself.
She sure is. She's got her own Facebook group, Lula's Love of Country Music. So yeah. Well, it says that country radio has been really good to you. I enjoy playing your music for sure. You had this song, a songwriter's song is what you called it. We were talking about it before we came on the air tonight, called Open the Vein. And boy, if you haven't heard that song, I might play that one tonight too, even after the interview tonight. That is such a great song. But, your music does tell some really neat stories.
And that's what country music's supposed to be about.
Yeah, it is. And that's why I love doing these interviews.
It's talking about life and the life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've been doing this a while now. You're not new to the world of country music, so I've been wanting to ask you this question for a long time. What are some of the artists that you used to listen to that made you want to do country music?
Well, I was always enamored with George Jones, Merle Haggard, Conway Twitty, Hank Jr., Randy Travis, and a lot of the older folks too. But Vern Gosdin and those kind of folks, what I used to listen to.
They called Vern the Voice, didn't they?
For a reason.
Yeah, absolutely. He sure could sing. Yep. They I'm in Branson, Missouri, as you know, and then up in Springfield, just north of us, they opened up a new radio station that plays that kind of country music. It's called Real Country. And they picked a perfect title because that's the stuff that everybody knows. And these new indie artists that I play on the radio, those are the artists that they want to be like and pattern their careers after.
That's correct.
So, yeah. And, and they may not have the voices of Randy Travis and Vern Gosdin and some of those others, but, they still aspire to that. And they keep going. And, boy, there's so much talent. I was talking to the previous artist tonight. So much undiscovered talent out there, just even now in the world of country music. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I don't want to be any of those people. I just want to be Dennis Ledbetter, but I want to be known as a classic country music singer, songwriter.
Yes. And boy, every time I hear your music, that's what I think of. So that's awesome. Song Open the Vein. It says it's true life stories and just let the emotions flow, man. And that's what a song is all about, is getting to people's emotions, and how you do it in 3 and 4 minutes. That is amazing to me. That's true talent.
Well, I love songwriting. I love songwriting and work in the studio, probably more than anything else. I love going into the studio.
Yep. You got a duet, and I can't remember the song. You got 6 new ones out, and I was listening to them tonight, but you did a duet in one of them. Tell us about that one and who it was with.
Well, that was from my first CD. I had a song on there called "I Love You More When You're Not at Home."
That's it.
And even back then, it needed to be a duet, but I didn't have a duet partner at the time. But I was listening to another station, and I heard this girl named Peggy Nora. Peggy's out of Canada.
Yep.
And I heard her voice. I said, "Man, that's a country voice." So after the show ended, I hit her up on Facebook and then asked her if she was interested in doing a duet. She said she did. So we just did it. We made it happen, and I'm really pleased with the way it came out. She did a beautiful job.
Yeah, I listened to it too, and I just couldn't remember who the duet partner was. Now I know her. We've been friends for a long time too on Facebook. Peggy North, absolutely.
Yeah, and she does. She has a lot of nice stuff out there too.
Yep, sure does. We got to meet the Queen of Bluegrass just last week at this theme park in Branson, Silver Dollar City, and I went there purposely hoping to meet her because she was only here for 3 days last weekend, or last week. We got to meet her last Wednesday. Rhonda Vincent, and she did she's fantastic. She did a fantastic duet with my buddy Richard Lynch from the Richard Lynch Band. Him and you both. When I think of traditional country music, you guys are the two names that instantly pop up in my mind. Is Richard Lynch from the Richard Lynch Band and you?
Well, that's great. I'm not real close buddies with Richard, but I know Richard pretty well.
Yeah.
He doesn't live. I live up in Kentucky now, and he just lives right there in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen him. I've ran into him several times at different functions. He's a really nice guy, and I like his music.
Yeah. Well, and he's got this thing going on at his farm called the Keeping It Country Farm, and they got a big venue underneath there, and he has a lot of good people out there, and yeah, I might be able to put a bug in his or his wife's ear and hook you up with that gig because you guys would be great together.
Yeah, I'd like to. I've been meaning to talk to him about that. I've played at Bobby Mackey's in Wilder, but I haven't gone up to Richard's place yet.
Yeah. Yep, that'd be awesome. Now, we talked, you mentioned writing songs. We talk a lot about that because most of the artists that we play on the radio station do write their own material. Kind of tell us about your writing style, and I know you love the traditional country music and you produce it that way, so it sounds that way, but do you do any co-writes with anybody or, just do it on your own? Wake up at 3 a.m. and have to write something down? How do you do it?
I do a lot of co-writing.
Do you?
I don't know that I've ever told you, but I'm not a musician. I don't play guitar.
I did not know that.
So I write lyrics, and I basically have the melody and everything in my head, and I sit down with somebody that's a good player or picker or writer, and they usually do the music for me.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, I've got a song on this EP, the Red Creek Expedition.
Yep.
And I co-wrote that with Scott Southworth.
Okay, I know him. I've interviewed him a couple of times. Yep, awesome.
He's really an awesome dude. I like him.
Yes, he is. He's funny in his music too. He's got a lot.
He is.
And that's how I know that's how Red Creek Expedition come out because and we'll probably play that song tonight. I'm gonna spin that one too. That's an awesome song. But passing gas and catching bass, I love it. You told me that you've been doing this for a long, long time, and that's the first time a producer's ever heard that lyrics in a song.
Yeah, that one of the guys in the studio said, I've been doing music for 45 years, and nobody's ever said anything about passing gas in a song.
Well, you pulled it off. Let me tell you, it's great. I love bass fishing, so you had me hooked from that. But absolutely, my wife Brenda wants to say hello to you in the chat room too. You met her in 2016 in person. Man, we'd sure like to meet you again sometime. I know our paths will cross one of these days.
How you doing, Brenda? I'm glad to meet you again.
Yeah. So, we got married last October on the 10th of October. So, we've been together for 10 years and it was time and it was fun. We had our grandkids in the wedding and everything. And I saw you recently got married to your beautiful bride too.
I did.
Yeah. Congratulations.
I got married July the 3rd last year.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Almost a year.
Yeah. And you look like you were in love on social media too. I could tell, man. That was awesome.
I was in love for real.
Not even on social media, right? That's for real.
Not just social
Yeah.
media.
You didn't use that smiley face emoji for nothing, right?
That's right.
I love it. Yep. And congratulations, though. You guys are awesome together.
Thank you. Congratulations to you too.
She's a beautiful lady. We're happy for you. Yep.
Thank you.
You know, and that's another thing, you know, and I mentioned this especially in young people, but when you're in this music business, and it can be tough, and it is tough, to have somebody that supports you, like your best friend, your soulmate, your wife, or your mom and dad, if you're a youngster and trying to do this, that's the world to you, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah. So, and I have that too. You know, she supports me in this radio gig, you know, because I do 3 hours live on Thursday and Friday nights. And, you know, there's other things that I could be doing, but I love this music so much. And these artists need to be heard. And I feel that so much in my heart that, and there's so much talent out there that I can't do it justice in a 3-hour show. I'm just getting warmed up. But, you know, I love doing it. So we're in year number 10 this month in doing this show.
Great.
Yeah, absolutely. So we were just getting warmed up when we met you in 2016, too. That's for sure.
Yeah. I had fun. At that show.
Yeah, I did, too. That was an awesome show. Now, performing in you haven't done a lot of live performances, you said, but... You know, when you do go out and perform, or when you have performed in the past, maybe one of them sticks out in your mind that was just such a great place, a venue, or you know, just really a performance that you've done that stuck out in your mind. What one would that might be?
I opened for Johnny Paycheck one time in Baton Rouge. And
there you go.
That was so much fun. I enjoyed the heck out of that.
Yep, I interviewed his son, John Paycheck.
Yeah.
His son, John Paycheck, is making music now, and he's fantastic, too.
I haven't heard any of his music, but I've seen some of his stuff on Facebook. I just haven't, I made the effort to go look him up on the internet.
That's awesome. Johnny Paycheck, wow. Do you remember what year that might have been?
I don't remember the exact year, but I know it was right after he got out of prison, and he had written and recorded Old Violin. He had just released Old Violin to radio.
Wow.
And we opened for him in a club in Baton Rouge.
Yeah. You know, when I interviewed his son, I didn't even know a lot of Johnny Paycheck's original songs other than Take This Job and Shove It. I mean, that was the one that really stuck out to me, because I joked with him. I said, I've said that to a boss or two, you know, really in my working days. But, you know, he had a lot of great country songs. He was not a one-hit wonder, that's for sure.
No, he wasn't. He had a lot of good stuff. He was one of my favorites too. He toured. He played with George Jones for years and years. And he was excellent. I love his stuff.
Yeah. Well, and I miss shows like back in the day, Hee Haw and things like that really helped the artists that we know now as classic artists get their start. You know, George Jones was on there all the time. Roy Rogers and Dale Evans used to sing on there, you know, as a married couple. And Garth Brooks kind of got his start on Hee Haw. People might not realize that. And so
I didn't know he was on Hee Haw.
He sure was, yeah. And, you know, but the reason I bring that up is because being in Branson, Roy Clark, that was a co-host of Hee Haw with Buck Owens, used to have a theater here in this town. Glenn Campbell had one.
Right.
Andy Williams, of course, he's not country. He just passed away about 6-7 years ago. You know, and his Christmas show is one of the biggest things in Branson. But second to Nashville, and we just lost Mickey Gilley last week, that still has a theater here in Branson. So not sure what they're going to do there with that, but you know there's going to be country music in it, that's for sure. But the reason I bring that up is because Branson, to me, is really like number 2 to Nashville as far as country music, I think. It's a huge market.
If you want to listen to real country music, it's probably number 1, because you don't hear a lot of real country in Nashville.
That's true, yeah, and you know, people are starting to say that. I see it more and more. Mm-hmm.
There's a handful of places that you can still go and still hear real country music, but it's getting few and far between.
Absolutely. Well, we met in Nashville 6 years ago, but let me ask you this. Where did you go to record Unapologetically Country, your latest project?
I do all of my recording in Nashville.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah, and actually, I was in Franklin, Tennessee. There's a little studio down there that I use sometimes. I've used it twice on two of my EPs.
Okay.
But I use Nashville musicians. That you're only as good as the people that you surround yourself with, and I have been very fortunate to surround myself with some really high dollar pickers and producers and all of that. They've done a really good job for me.
Yes, sir. And that's the key to doing this thing too. And I've said that in radio or music or whatever you want to do. You got to have good people in your corner, like your wife and those great musicians. And they do in Nashville have some of the best studio musicians out there in the business. So that's for sure.
Yeah, you hear people saying, "Well, I had the A team." Well, you may have had an A team, but there's probably 100 A teams in Nashville. There's not just one.
That's right. Yep, you got that right. Well, let's play your song Unapologetically Country, and then we'll play a couple more from Dennis Ledbetter tonight on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Music Friday. You're going to enjoy this, folks.
Unapologetically country, that's what I am. I like cornbread and iced tea and turnip greens at evening meals. I go fishing in the spring, I go hunting in the fall. I got an 8-point buck and a big old bass hanging on my wall. Unapologetically country. I'm just a simple, ordinary man. Know that I won't deny. I got a rifle in my gun rack and a Hiller Yeller 4-wheel drive. Turn up the fiddle and the steel guitar and the Hall of Fame country star. Roll the windows down in that truck. Turn the radio all the way up. Unapologetically country. That's what I am. I like cornbread and iced tea and turnip greens at evening meal. I go fishing in the spring, I go hunting in the fall. I got an 8-point buck and a big old bass hanging on my wall. Unapologetically country. Now let me tell you something. Old Glory flies my colors out there for the world to see. I'm for family, God, and country for as long as I can breathe. 'Cause I still sing the anthem. No, I won't take the knee. I stand tall for everyone and all who died to keep us free. Unapologetically country. Unapologetically country. That's what I am. Country to the bone.
Country to the bone. I love the end of that one. Boy, Unapologetically Country, that is a song, and you're not apologizing for being country either, are you?
I am not.
Yep. That's the title track of your latest album. I love it, man. That's good pick. And I'm sure you picked that one, right?
I did.
Yep.
Yep, I did.
That's awesome. And speaking of that, what's the process for picking songs to put on the album? Since you're a songwriter, and I'm sure you've got hundreds in your library, and I've had artists tell me they're like your kids. You get close to each and every one of them, but you can only pick maybe 7 or 8. How's that process work?
Well, it's actually difficult sometimes, but I write a lot of songs, and I co-write a lot of songs, and but if one of my friends or someone brings me a song that's better than what I've got, I'm not afraid to record it.
Yeah.
I haven't recorded too many that I didn't write or co-write, but Open a Vein, for instance, I didn't write that song.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good friend of mine wrote that, and that song just blew me away the first time I ever heard it.
Yeah. Well, you did it justice then. I didn't realize it wasn't yours either. Yeah, man, that's been my favorite of yours for a long, long time.
Yeah, I'm trying to. It's been so long. I don't know. I heard him sing it one night live, and it just blew me away. I just had to do something with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want to ask you this. Now, there's a line in that verse that says something about Mr. Clark. I wasn't sure who that was in that song.
Guy Clark.
Guy Clark. Okay. He must be real traditional. I don't know that artist.
He's not. Guy is not really a country singer. He's more of an Americana.
Okay.
But I mean, he's a legend. I mean, he was a Texas. He was huge in Texas.
Okay.
But I mean, he's really a genius songwriter.
Yeah. My dad used to listen to the ones like Jim Reeves. That was one of his favorite ones. And, Hank Snow, some of those guys, way back then, before I even knew anything about real country music. I mean, I was like, when I started doing radio, it was 80s music for me. That was the genre that I was in because that's when I went to broadcasting school and really developed my interest. But then when I married my first wife from Oklahoma, and everybody down there in Oklahoma and Texas is listening to this 90s country, that's what got me into country radio. And I'm sure that's a decade that you love in country music too. You mentioned some of those names like Randy Travis and ones that have done that 90s country.
Right. I like 90s country. I think my favorite country is 80s country, but 80s? I like 90s country too.
Yep. How about that George Strait fella, 60 number ones? You think that'll ever be topped?
No, I don't think it will.
I don't either.
I don't. It was funny when George Strait had his first single that went to number 1 was called Unwound.
Mm-hmm.
And the same time that he had that single out, I had released a song called, what was it? Well, it was called I Love You More When You're Not at Home.
Wow.
It was a single that I had out the same time George Strait had his first number 1 out. And obviously he went to the stratosphere.
Yep.
And I took a different route.
He had a relationship with Mickey Gilley for a while. He took one of Mickey Gilley's songs and made a hit out of it, and it went to number 1 too. And Mickey Gilley kind of wanted to do quite well with that song, but he pitched it to George, or something happened that George Strait ended up doing it and took it to number 1. So yeah, him and Mickey Gilley knew each other quite well too.
Yeah.
So yep, and isn't it a sad thing to see these guys that are, dying off now in the world of country music that made that music that will, stand the test of time. They'll live forever. Charlie Daniels Band we just recently lost. Charlie Pride, and Joe Diffie and those guys, and Mickey Gilley just recently.
Yeah. Well, we're getting old.
You're getting old. Been doing it for a while. Yeah.
Been doing it a long time.
Yep. Keep doing it though, man. You are fantastic at it.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Where can folks find you on social media? I'm looking at your website, but let's let you tell it.
Well, I'm on Facebook under Dennis Ledbetter and Dennis Paul Ledbetter.
Mm-hmm.
But I've also got a website at DennisLedbetter.com.
Yep.
And I've got a Saint Sinners website on SoundCloud. Saint Sinners is my record label.
Okay.
And that's a really good. SaintSinners.com is a really good one because I've got it set up where you can listen to all my music right there on that one place.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
The Spotify, any of the digital stuff, but Spotify plays my music too.
There you go. And it's getting recognized. You're charting on radio, and I see that on the charts, and your name is up there, and we're going to put you on the Roots Radio Report tonight and chart you over there. So congratulations to everything you got going on. And like I said, we miss seeing you. It's been a long time, but we will hook up one of these days in person again. And we had a blast that night hanging out at the Nashville Universal Awards, and I've had a blast hanging out with you tonight, my friend.
I'm going to have to make a trip up to Branson, I guess.
Yes, you are. We are trying to get that arranged. My vice president just popped into the chat room just now, and we are actually talking about that. So that is in the works for sure.
Good.
we want to put you guys to work, though, a little bit and entertain us, all right? If you don't mind.
That's all right. I'll bring a band with me.
There you go. We appreciate it. Well, the song that we talked about a little bit in the interview that your producer hadn't heard in 45 years of, doing this, catching bass and passing gas, we're getting ready to play that song. How about that?
Good.
It's called Red Creek Expedition. His name is Dennis Ledbetter on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Friday.
Drinking coffee from the same cup. I drank whiskey from last night. Every year for 5 days and nights, we leave the troubles of the world behind. The news are loaded down with coolers full of steaks and beers. You can't say we're roughing it. We eat and drink like kings out here. It's a Red Creek expedition, floating down the creek and fishing, chasing gators and hooking bass, telling lies and passing gas. We're lifelong friends, carrying on a 25-year tradition on the Red Creek expedition. Up on the sandbar, make a circle and pass the jar. Jack Daniels and some homemade brew. Make a toast to the maiden crew, cooking underneath the stars, trading songs on an old guitar. Mississippi summer nights, too drunk to scratch our skeeter bike. It's a Red Creek expedition, floating down the creek and fishing, chasing gators and hooking bass, telling lies and passing gas. We're lifelong friends, carrying on a 25-year tradition on a Red Creek expedition. Judges, cops, or engineers. But for 1 week we're just some good old boys,
best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
The Lord has been so good to him. He helped him do just what he wanted to do. He didn't always know, but God always knew the hearts he'd melt by being on the radio. You know the souls he touched from that DJ chair. He meant so much to people everywhere. Just a humble man doing what he loved to do. And after 50 years, he's gonna play his final tune. If I don't see you on the air, I'll see you in the air. If you don't hear my voice down here, you'll hear my voice up there. I'll play those songs we love again, and they won't ever end. Remember me, your radio friend. From the days of when he was just a kid, his radio was his best friend. I think he always knew what he was gonna do, and that radio life was the only life he knew. If I don't see you on the air, I'll see you in the air. If you don't hear my voice down here, you'll hear my voice up there. I'll play those songs we love again, and they won't ever end. Remember me, your radio friend. Remember me, your radio friend.
Traditional country music is alive and well with those two, ladies and gentlemen. That's Richard Lynch from the Richard Lynch Band, who we just talked about in the interview tonight. Waynesville, Ohio is where he's from. And Mr. Dennis Ledbetter. What a great radio interview with him we just wrapped up as well. Our good buddy, and he is awesome. I tell you what, love his music. Welcome to the third hour. How about hour number 3 of today's country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, KICR, Indie Country Radio. Add a .com to that. That's our website. This next song got a lot of talking about in our interview, so I'm going to play it. It'll be the third one for Dennis Ledbetter tonight, so he's getting a triple play on New Music Friday. That's pretty special right there. But you're going to love the story that this song tells. It is called Open a Vein, Dennis Ledbetter on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Someone asked Mr. Clark, "Where do your songs come from?" He just stared at the ceiling as if to think about it and rolled his mouth with his tongue. Then with a heavy sigh and a glint in his eye, he softly explained, Hell, it's easy, son. You just sit down, tune up your guitar, and open a vein. Let it flow. Let it flow. Let it all flow out. Let it all flow out straight from the heart. Pick up a pen, write down the part that'll burn in your brain. Just open a vein. He said, here, let me give you an example. And he played on the evening train. Said Hank wrote that song when his mama died. And he opened the vein. Or take a George Jones song or a Merle Haggard song. Hell, they've all got the same damn things. 3 chords and the truth and an open vein. Let it flow. Let it flow. Let it all flow out. Let it all flow out straight from the heart. Pick up the pen, write down the parts that'll burn in your brain. Just open a vein. When Mr. Clark was finished, he set his guitar down, took his handkerchief and wiped his head, thanked the audience for coming out that night. Then he leaned into the mic and said, you know, people think writing songs is easy, but those folks ain't felt my pain. They ain't cried my tears, ain't faced my fears, ain't pulled my ball and chain. Then a hush fell over the audience. No one said a thing. They just watched the old man limp off the stage with his guitar and his cane. Then they saw it, a dribble trail of blood across the stage from where he came. And they knew he'd done more than just sing his song. He opened the vein. Let it flow. Let it flow. Let it all flow out. Let it all flow out straight from the heart. Pick up the pen and write down the parts that burn in your brain. Just open a vein. Open a vein. Open a vein. Open a vein.
New country sounds like this.
I'd rather drink a hot beer, build a fire in the pouring rain, burn all of my fishing gear, then set sail in a hurricane.
And this.
I don't wanna be a good time girl, arm around my shoulder, shutting down your favorite bar.
And this.
99 Halo couldn't take you away.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR Indie Country Radio.
The old dog was a-barking when he got home. By the sound he knew there was something wrong. So he went in the house and he got his gun. By the light of the moon he saw a man on the run. So he let out a yell and he fired off a round. Then they came from the shadows and they knocked him down. With a 6-foot rope they took his life, made it look like suicide. Out there on Barber Creek Road. Well, the sheriff came out and he cut him down, closed the case and laid him in the ground. No evidence of a homicide, but the whole town knew somebody lied. 'Cause rumor has it that they want the oil from a river of gold underneath this soil. Nobody's doing time for that awful crime out there on Barber Creek Road. They say that crime don't pay. Tell that to the man down in his grave. They boarded up the house and the grass grew tall, convinced that they had fooled us all. That white-collar outlaw band, they've still got his blood on their hands. Now somebody out there knows the truth, and justice is way overdue. Somebody ought to pay for what they did that day out there on Barber Creek Road. I just can't let it lie, he was a friend of mine out there on Barber Creek Road. Barber Creek Road. Barber Creek Road. Barber Creek Road.
That song is doing quite well on the country music charts as well. He is my good buddy, Mr. Lee Sims from Colorado, who will be interviewing with us in a couple of weeks, May the 26th. He will be here on a Triple Play Thursday edition of Today's Country with Tim Kelly, Barber Creek Road, and we'll play 3 more on his night that he interviews, or we'll play 3 total. That's what we'll do. That is why we do Triple Play Thursday, 3 songs in a row from every artist all show long. Looking forward to the interview with Mr. Lee Sims. You can check out our full live interview radio schedule on our website, KICR.IndieCountryRadio.com. Just scroll towards the bottom of the home page. Well, in the interview we just wrapped up with Dennis Ledbetter, a gentleman's name came up that has 60 number 1 hits. Yes, his name is George Strait, but many people are calling this next artist the next George Strait. I believe they could be right. He is from the great state of Texas. He is Randall King. This is called Hey Moon on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio. New country's best on New Music Friday.
Hey moon, it's me again, that guy that's always checking back in. How's she doing? I'm hoping better than I've been. Hey moon, there's someone you see that stands between her love and me, and I miss her. Damn, I miss her. Hey moon, I'm giving it all that I got. Hey moon, I'm down to my last shot in another gotta try. Hey moon, is she looking up from her room and thinking of us as she been tucked in, wondering where I've been, dreaming about seeing me again. Hey moon, I'm giving it all that I got. Hey moon, I'm down to my last shot, and I know that it's crazy talking to a rock in the sky, but I gotta try. Hey moon,
To Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio.
Well, I'm heading down the highway, I don't know where. No set direction, I just don't care where my truck stops. I'll call home where my truck stops. I'll call home. Well, I packed up my life in this old pickup truck. I left behind your memories of my bad luck where my truck stops. I'll call home where my truck stops. I'll call home. And the wheels on my truck just keep on rolling. As far as I can, I'll keep on going. The taillights in my mare, the white lines up ahead. The wheels on my truck just keep on rolling. Hot driving woman you've always been. You drove me to hell and back again. Where my truck stops, I'll call home. Where my truck stops, I'll call home. Well, I'm leaving the east and I'm heading west. The further from you will be the best. Where my truck stops, I'll call home. Where my truck stops, I'll call home. And the wheels on my truck just keep on rolling. As far as I can, I'll keep on going. The taillights in my mare, the white lines up ahead. The wheels on my truck just keep on rolling. I'm rolling. I won't see you no more. I'll be rolling. Come on. Come on. I'm rolling. Let's go.
There's another great Canadian artist. His name is Wolf Milestone. That is called Where My Truck Stops. More great traditional country music on KICR Indie Country Radio. Well, I've interviewed this next young lady a couple of times. She is graduating from high school. She just turned 18, and she's got it going on in the world of country music already. She has 2 songs out right now, and there will be more. I found her on TikTok as I'm scrolling through at about 11 o'clock one night, and we have set up 2 radio interviews that we've completed so far. This is her debut single. Her name is Savannah Benz. This is called Without You on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio. New country's best on New Music Friday.
Teardrops falling on my face, but all you do is walk away from your mistakes. You might have hurt me now, but never again. And all I got left is my faith, but I'm clothed in strength, so I'm on my way. I'm on my way, 'cause I will stand up. I will hold myself together. I won't cry because I know I'll be alright. And I am stronger now. I won't let you bring me down. Even though it's all been hell, I've made it through. And so I'm moving on without you. Your words keep coming back to me. The more I try to leave them behind, I gotta switch the station by changing the dial. And through the storms and through the rain, I've learned you gotta sing through the pain. Through the pain, 'cause I will stand up. I will hold myself together. I won't cry because I know I'll be alright. And I am stronger now. I won't let you bring me down. Even though it's all been hell, I've made it through. So I'm moving on without you. What you've been through doesn't define you, but it's made you who you are today. 'Cause I will stand up. I will hold myself together. I won't cry because I know I'll be alright. I am stronger now. I won't let you bring me down. Even though it's all been hell, I made it through. So I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Yeah, I'm moving on without you.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's Country.
I love absolutely every single song they play. This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music. I like the DJs.
There's even more to like.
I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
I remember growing up on the farm. We got up at the break of dawn and worked all day, breaking new ground. And the drought in '03 and a hard winter's freeze brought Daddy to his knees. The bank took the deed, we had to leave, breaking new ground. I met the sweetest girl in junior high. Took me a while to catch her eye. She was my first real love. I was breaking new ground. And on graduation day, she moved away. That kind of pain, don't wanna feel again. I nearly went insane. Breaking new ground. Breaking new ground is a part of life. Sometimes it cuts like a knife, slicing up bad luck by the pound. And make a silent wish come true, like the very first kiss back in grade school, and life goes on. Breaking new ground. I just turned 30, bought Daddy's farm back. I didn't need the bank, paid it all in cash. I worked like a dog, I was breaking new ground. I got a little girl and boy, they both bring me joy. She's a tomboy, he's a thinker like Freud. We're the real McCoys, breaking new ground. Breaking new ground is a part of life. Sometimes it cuts like a knife, slicing off bad luck by the pound. And make a silent wish come true, like the first time I heard Daddy, I love you. Life goes on. Breaking new ground. As I stand here over this broken ground, Daddy lies there heaven bound. Family and friends are by my side. With heavy hearts we all say goodbye. Breaking new ground is a part of life. Sometimes it cuts like a knife, slicing off bad luck by the pound. Can make a silent wish come true, like the time Daddy said, son, I'm proud of you, and life goes on. Breaking new ground. Yeah, breaking new ground is a part of life. Sometimes it cuts like a knife, slicing up bad luck by the pound. Can make a silent wish come true, like the time Daddy said, son, I'm proud of you, and life goes on. Breaking new ground. Yeah, life goes on. Breaking new ground.
He is another great traditional country music artist. His name is Marty Chambers. We had a great radio interview a few months ago, and that is called Breaking New Ground. I told him we do that every time we push play on this radio station. The best in new country music, ladies and gentlemen. Well, how about back-to-back Martys? Mr. Marty Hedden. This is called A Little Less Lonely on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio. New country's best on New Music Friday.
I'm only half past heartache, and it's almost closing time. Just like that clock on the wall, you're still hanging on my mind. Every sip feels
feels like one more step, a little farther down that line. I'm a little less lonely, a lighter shade of blue. I'm climbing and stumbling, trying to get over you. Pour me one more round of a double shot of Crown, 'cause I'm drowning her goodbye. I'm a little less lonely, if only for tonight. When this glass is empty, maybe I'll be able to smile. Even two-step with a stranger, forget about you for a while. It's a long, hard road, and I'm moving real slow, but at least for a few more miles I'll be a little less lonely, a lighter shade of blue. I'm climbing and stumbling, trying to get over you. Order me one more round of a double shot of Crown, 'cause I'm drowning her goodbye. I'm a little less lonely, if only for tonight. Pour me one more round of a double shot of Crown, 'cause I'm drowning her goodbye. I'm a little less lonely, if only for tonight.
New country sounds like this.
Hey moon, I'm giving it all that I got. Hey moon, I'm down to my last shot.
And this.
Felt like living and I felt like dying. Oh, come on back to me.
And this.
Hey, pretty boy, you were pretty sure it was gonna work out for you.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR Indie Country Radio.
I hope Mama never hears this song, and I'd hate to make Daddy feel guilty. I don't know why they called it a broken home. It was split in two, damn it built me. We put some miles on back and forth. I was backseat in the middle man, between my sister and a suitcase. Texaco every other Sunday, meet 'em halfway with a check in my back pocket. Bunch of mama said, daddy said, be sure and tell 'em I said hello. Pulling off and waving from the window. I was too young to understand. I was a little girl and a middleman. I got a taste of rock and roll. Swear I learned to talk to Jesus, and I made best friends with the road. Swear I got real good at leaving in a backseat in a middleman, between my sister and a suitcase. Texaco every other Sunday, meet 'em halfway with a check in my back pocket. Bunch of mama said, daddy said, be sure and tell 'em I said hello. Pulling off and waving from the window.
is Casey Tyndall. You can check out the video to Middleman on our TV channel, ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.com. What a great, fantastic song. This next artist making his radio debut tonight on New Music Friday. His name is George Becker. This is called Songs Left in It on KICR Indie Country Radio. New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
See, you can't take it with you when you're gone. Found Grandpa's old guitar behind his closet door. Took it home, wiped it down. Couldn't wait to hear those strings. From the first touch, that thing was meant to sing. Another strum across the strings. Another song we got to sing. Another wrong turn in your car. Another night looking at the stars. Another dance across that floor. Another last call slamming door. We got a lot more living in life. We got more chapters left to write. One thing's for sure in this life, we got songs left in here. One thing's for sure in this life, we got songs left in here. A bottle beer joint out on Route 24. Here's the neon lights, one shine bright on an old dance floor. A dusty jukebox cranking out a favorite song. I emptied out my wallet so it played on and on and on. Another strum across the strings. Another song we got to sing. Another wrong turn in your car. Another night looking at the stars. Another dance across that floor. Another last call slamming door. We got a lot more living in life. We got more chapters left to write. One thing's for sure in this life, we got songs left in hand. One thing's for sure in this life, we got songs left in hand. Come on. Another stroll across the strings. Another song got to sing. Another wrong turn in your car. Another night looking at the stars. Another dance across the floor. Another last call slamming door. We got a lot more living in life. We got more chapters left to write. One thing's sure in this life, we got songs left in here. One thing's sure in this life, we got songs left in here.
Nobody knows new country
like we know new country.
Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Walked through the door, saw the table was set, the food sitting cold with silent regret. The decision you made like so many times before was wrong, and you know that I'm keeping score. You brought me flowers red and ones that are pink, some by the dozen and some drawn in ink. Some came from the yard and more from the store. Flowers ain't fixing this love anymore. So now here you are, down on your knees, begging for mercy. Another babe, please. I know that old line just to get me to stay. Well, it ain't gonna work. You should just walk away. You brought this love anymore. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Also making her radio debut tonight on the program, her name is Grace Scott from the Grace Scott Band. That is a great tune called Flowers. And yes, in the chat room, she does have a great voice, doesn't she? That's how you make it on this program. This next artist will be live with me 1 week from tonight. We'll be doing a great radio interview with Ryan Waters from the Ryan Waters Band. Right now, this is his latest single out to radio. It is called In Out Here on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
That likes to float way, way down on the river. I got a song that turns her on. I turn it way, way up when I'm with her. I like the smell of apple pie through a screen door. A little six string picking on a back porch. Hold my baby till the sun goes down. Yeah, I know my way around. Out here with a four-wheel, out here with a rod and reel, out here with a John Deere, where a cold beer tastes better on a Friday night. After working that hard job, coming home to a good dog. Yeah, it's a simple kind of living. Thank the Lord for what you're giving, man. It's pretty damn clear the country's still in out here. White lines, stop signs, we drive way, way out till we ditch 'em. It's all dirt, it's all work, it's all way, way back 40 living. And I can guarantee if you ever leave, you're gonna miss it. Out here with a four-wheel, out here with a rod and reel, out here with a John Deere, where a cold beer tastes better on a Friday night. After working that hard job, coming home to a good dog. Yeah, it's a simple kind of living. Thank the Lord for what you're giving, man. It's pretty damn clear the country's still in out here. Ooh, you can bet your ass it ain't going nowhere, baby. Ooh, at the end of the day, you know where you can find me, baby. Out here with a four-wheel, out here with a rod and reel, out here with a John Deere, where a cold beer tastes better on a Friday night. After working that hard job, coming home to a good dog. Yeah, it's a simple kind of living. Thank the Lord for what you're giving me. It's pretty damn clear the country's still in out here. Your country's still in out here. Country's still in out here.
You're listening to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio.
It's that tin roof rain on a Sunday morning. It's your grandma's cross around your neck. It's that sunrise glowing through the blinds in the window, the kind that always steal my breath. Why would I ever want to leave? I don't want to go to heaven when heaven's right here lying next to me. I count every kiss and every blessing. It's the only proof I'll ever need. I don't want to go to heaven when heaven's right here lying next to me. like that old dirt road was paved in gold. The pearly gates are our front porch. Loving you makes me believe, even if the good Lord don't let me in, I got a glimpse of what it could have been. So I don't wanna go to heaven when heaven's right here lying next to me. I count every kiss and every blessing. It's the only proof I'll ever need. I don't wanna go to heaven when heaven's right here lying next to me. Oh, oh, lying next to me. Oh, oh. I don't wanna go to heaven when heaven's right here lying next to me. I count every kiss and every blessing. The only proof I'll ever need. Yeah. I don't wanna go to heaven when heaven's right here next to me. I count every kiss and every blessing. It's the only proof I'll ever need. I don't wanna go to heaven when heaven's right here lying next to me. Lying next to me.
His name is Nate Smith. That is called I Don't Want to Go to Heaven. A video to that one on our TV channel, ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. Well, that's going to wrap it up for me tonight on New Music Friday. I want to thank my special guest, Laura Gagnon from Canada, and Dennis Ledbetter. We played Richard Lynch, too. Dennis Ledbetter, my good buddy, and he is awesome. He is from Louisiana. Now he's hanging out in Alabama tonight, and a couple of nights on the beach. That is cool stuff right there. Congratulations on that. I miss the beach, man. I used to live in California for 4 years. But I'll tell you what, we have had a good time tonight in Branson, Missouri, the live entertainment capital of the world. Tune in next week for more live entertainment. We'll kick it off with Triple Play Thursday and New Music Friday all over again. And I want to thank everybody for listening, and thanks to all the radio stations that replay the show as well. Today's Country with Tim Kelly is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like us there on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Until next time, I will see you on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in